Hello everyone, welcome to another video tutorial on YouTube channel of tutorialspedia.com. This video tutorial is part of a series of video tutorials covering different topics on MuleSoft Anypoint platform. So in this video tutorial, I will explain deployment options, that how we can do the deployment of our applications to Mule runtime using Anypoint platform. Here is the detail of what we are going to cover in this video tutorial. I will explain two ways of deploying the application to Mule runtime. One option is to deploy application to the Mule runtime directly from the Anypoint Studio. I will explain how you can configure your account and then connect your Anypoint Studio to your Anypoint platform and do the deployment directly from the Anypoint Studio. And second option I will explain is that how you can export your project into a jar file, and then you can go to Mule runtime through the browser and do the deployment from there. So I will explain you that both options result into the same deployment. So once you do the deployment in either way, you will be able to access your resources or your APIs seamlessly. So without further ado, let me jump into the implementation part, and I'll go to Anypoint Studio and I'll show you the project, a simple project that I created for this demo. And one request to you before I proceed is to don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed before, so that you are able to get latest videos from the channel. And also click on the bell icon so that you get the notification for any new videos uploaded. So here is the Anypoint Studio and the simple and a very basic type of project that I created, because the focus of this tutorial is on the deployment, not on the implementation side. That's why I did not create any complex or any type of fancy project. This is a very simple project where only one flow has been created with a listener, and it's listening on a particular port. And what we are doing is that we are using transform message, and I'm returning a JSON as an output from this message flow. So the output is having two elements in the JSON format, user and score. User is based on the query parameter that is provided by the client when calling the service. And then we have a random function, and using this random function, we are returning a random number between 0 and 100. So this is a simple implementation. And let's now see that how we can do the deployment of this project into our Cloud Hub. So we will first see that how we can deploy this project into Cloud Hub directly from Anypoint Studio. For that purpose, what you will have to do, you will have to first do the configuration of your account. So right click on your project, go to Anypoint platform and choose this option, configure credentials. I already have my credentials added, so let me remove this and I will try to add again to explain you how we do it. So I will click on add. So as soon as you add, click on this add button, then you are prompted to provide your username and password. So I will provide my username and password. Okay, so this will be the username and password for me, and I will click on this sign in. Sign in. So if username and password is correct, this account will get added to my Anypoint Studio. Just to inform you that you need to have an active account with an active subscription on MuleSoft Anypoint platform on the in order to deploy anything on Cloud Hub. So if you don't have a proper enterprise subscription, you can use a trial subscription for 1 month, and you can go ahead with this demo. So I have added this account. This is a trial account that I'm using. So I will apply and close. So now once I have added this account, what I will do, I will again right click on the project. I will go to Anypoint platform and I will choose this option, deploy to Cloud Hub. So once I click on this option of deploy to Cloud Hub, you will see that a new window will open, which will ask me to provide certain details, and then this project will get deployed to the Cloud Hub by taking a certain amount of minutes. So right now it's opening, so you can see that now I have the options to deploy it to the sandbox environment, and this is the deployment application, which is deploy demo direct. Let me name it something else, deployment demo from studio. You can name it anything, but this name should be a valid name. After that, deployment target is Cloud Hub. Application file is deployment demo.jar. This name is same name as your project name. And runtime version. This is important that the runtime version that you select should be same as the runtime version that has been used in your project when creating it. Since I created in 4.2.2, so by default it's selected 4.2.2. And then there is a worker size and workers option. And if you are using trial account, like I'm using a trial account, we have the option of using only one worker, as it message is there that your current subscription only allows one worker per application. So workers are used if you have a standard subscription, not a trial subscription, then you can add multiple workers. So workers are used to have your application scaled vertically. So you can add multiple workers, and in that way, your application will be scaled vertically. So you can do it according to your requirements, according to the load that you are expecting on your application. And then there is another option, worker size. So within the same worker you can specify the vCores. So this is for horizontal scaling, so depending on your requirement you can choose either 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 1, 2, or whatever option you want to choose, and accordingly you can see that the memory allocations are specified differently. So for now, for the simplicity, I will not choose any high memory worker size. I will choose the default one, 0.1 vCore, because this application is not going to be with the real traffic. It's just for the demo purpose. And automatically restart application when not responding. Keep this option checkbox checked, and then use object store version 2. Okay, keep it checked. So we will just click on deploy application. So as soon as you will click on this deploy application, the process to deploy this application to your Mule runtime will start. So it might take a bit of time, but right now, if you go to your, if you see in my runtime, I don't have any application deployed. So this will be the first application which will get deployed. It might take a bit of time, and depending on that, we will have to wait for this application to get deployed. So you can see now that it's saying that deployment demo from Studio to Cloud Hub. So we can close this window as well, because now if we go to the runtime, we will be able to see it from there. You can see on the runtime that this application is in the status deploying. If you click on this application and if you click on the logs, you can see the logs that what's happening exactly. So it's in the logs, you can see that starting Cloud Hub worker. So it will take some time, and then we will see that the status of the application will be started. So you can use this application only once the status of the application is started, which means that it has been deployed and started successfully. So let's wait for the application to get deployed completely. So now you can see that we received this message on the console that your application is started. So if we go to the applications, we should be able to see this application with the status started. So this means that the deployment of this application directly from Anypoint Studio has been completed. Now if we click on this application here, we see the URL for this application. So it's deployment demo from studio dot whatever is the URL for our cloud subscription. So if I click on this, right now you see there is no traffic. So even if we choose last hour, we will see that everything for the CPU and for the memory utilization is shown as 0. So let's click on this, and you will see the error that there is no endpoint, because we will have to put the actual base URL for our application. Only then it will be able to call that particular listener. So we see no listener for endpoint. So what I will do, I will put the actual endpoint that I created. So the endpoint that I created was, let me show you from the Anypoint Studio. If you go to the listener, so in the listener configuration, it's taking some time. Okay, so you can see that we have this slash deployment demo. So let's provide this slash deployment demo, and then question mark user, which will be a query parameter. Let's put user Ajmal. I will put my name, and I click enter. So you can see that we received a response JSON with the user Ajmal and score 50. You can see it in the raw format. That's a proper JSON. And if we provide any different name, it will still work, but since the score is created using a random number, so it will be different value. So in this way, you can see that we successfully deployed our application to Cloud Hub, and we are able to access the application. Now if we see here for last hour, we should be able to see the statistics as well. So here you can see that if we see the statistics for the mule messages, we see 2 messages, which because we tried 2 times. So now let me tell you that how we can do the same thing by deploying it from the runtime directly instead of from the Anypoint Studio. Sometimes it happens that you as a developer are not allowed to do the deployment to the cloud directly from the Anypoint Studio. Rather, you have to create your deployable artifact and share it with the operations team, and it's responsibility of your operations team to do the deployment. So in that scenario, you will not be able to configure your Anypoint platform credential directly from Anypoint Studio. Rather, you will have to export your project into a jar file and provide that deployable jar to the respective team for the deployment. So let's do the same thing, and we will deploy this project to the same Cloud Hub. And for this purpose, we are going to use the runtime manager. So right click on your project and choose the export option. And in the export, now you will have to choose the export wizard. From the Mule, choose this option, Anypoint Studio project to Mule deployable archive, and click next. And let's give it a path. So I will give it a path. I will do it in the test. So deployment demo RM, because we will do it from runtime manager.jar, and we will save it. And keep this option, attach project sources, and include project module and dependencies, so that this jar is deployable to the Cloud Hub. Click on finish, and once you click finish, then this will do the required export, and it will be packaged into a jar file. You can see the message that project exported successfully at C, whatever the path I provided. Okay, now we have this jar file exported. Now we need to deploy it. So I will go to the runtime manager. I'm already on runtime manager, but I'm just showing you how you can access runtime manager. So click here. And you go to applications, and here is the option deploy application. You click on this button, and now you will have to choose your file. And how you can do that, you will have to choose here upload file option. So I will choose my file, which is in my test folder. I will choose this option, use uh, deployment demo rm.jar, and I will select it. Here we will have to give it a name. Let's give it a different name, and we will name it deployment demo rm. And other than that, we will have to choose the runtime version 4.2.2. I will choose because my project has been created in 4.2.2, and worker size we will not change, and number of workers we cannot change with our current subscription. And I will choose this option, deploy application. So once I click on this deploy application, first this application jar file is going to be loaded, and then it will start deploying this application in my Mule runtime. It's going to take some time, and then it will start the deployment. So we can see the message deployment demo RM was uploaded. So after uploading, you can see that now the deployment steps are automatically started. And we can see in the log file, this is the live console, which is showing that starting Cloud Hub worker. So after starting the Cloud Hub worker, it will perform some additional steps, and then our project and our application will be started. So as you can see in the log, we are seeing this message that this worker, your worker, and then IP, and then it says that your application has started successfully. Now, if we go to the applications, it's it's having the status updating, so it will still take a little more time to do the required updates, and after that it will be shown in the green status of started. So you can see now that this application is in started status, which means that application deployment and starting of the application is successful. Now let's try to see that how this application endpoint we can access. So I will click on this deployment demo RM, and in the similar way as I did for the actual for the previous case for the deployment from Anypoint Studio, I will click on this domain, and after that I will see a message here that there is no endpoint because I did not provide the endpoint. So I will have to provide the endpoint slash deployment demo question mark user. Let's give the name Chris, and you can see that we got a response. So if we just try to hit a couple of more times, let's put Ali, we see that we are getting the response. So this is how we do the deployment of our applications which are implemented in Anypoint Studio to the Cloud Hub. And I did not cover the continuous integration, continuous deployment things in this video. That's a bit of advanced topic which will be covered in future in another separate video. But I hope that the basic concept of deploying your applications, exporting the application from your Anypoint Studio and deploying it through the runtime manager or deploying it directly from Anypoint Studio is clear to you. If you have any doubts or any questions, you can just put your questions in the comment section. I will try to respond to your queries as soon as possible. And again, I will request you to please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as we will have more videos in future covering more and more advanced topics on MuleSoft and other integration platforms. Thank you very much.